Hello everyone. I had a request to show how I make my baby's onesie, or how I resize them down to the 10-inch. These are, okay, this I had not made. I purchased this from a seller on Etsy, and I also had I purchased a few from this seller, and I purchased only one from Wooby Babies. The difference is Wooby Babies sell the onesie. This is the onesie. She sells the onesie, hat, and the booties. And I noticed that this seller onesie is just a little bit longer than Wooby Babies, just slightly longer. Yeah. And again, Wooby Babies sell the matching hat and booties, and it comes in a really nice bag like this. And then her business card. That's her business card. Her presentation is very nice. Okay, now this set is $20, and with shipping and with tax comes to about $25 and change. Now, the reason why I had purchased a few from this seller is because this seller, I think it's called Heavenly, I'm not sure, I'll have to put the name in the description, 2014. And what I like about this seller is that she sells only the onesie itself. So you pay $10 just for the onesie. And if you spend $35, it's free shipping. Yeah. And her onesies are very nice. Yeah, her onesies are very nice also. It's just two different styles of making the onesie. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I do. These are what I had made. And let me show you the one that I had finished. This little fuchsia pink with white polka dots. I have these clips. I sewed on. Can you see? I sewed on here. I don't like the look of it when you sew it on. So what I done is I had ordered this. I had ordered this machine, and it comes with the clips. Comes with the clips, and it gives it a more professional look. It gives it this look like Wooby Babies. Yeah, now Wooby Babies, the ones that I purchased are all like metal, but she have the coloring, like the different colors. So hers are even much nicer. Yeah. I'm saying hers, I'm assuming Wooby Babies is a lady that is making these outfits. Okay. So I need to be quick actually in showing you this. Okay, so in order to resize, this is a preemie size, and I need to resize it down to the 10-inch. Yeah, so these are what I had made. Okay, so to resize, let me show you what I do, or what I have done. I have absolutely no experience in sewing, let me say that. It's just something that I had eyeballed and I looked, and it was, a lot of my sewing has been hit or miss. Like sometimes I realize I made a mistake and I should have done something else to make it better. But because I have absolutely no experience in sewing, you know, like I say, it's just hit or miss for me. Okay, so first of all, let me show you what I do. I'm going to need this piece of material for when I resize. I'm gonna need it for down here. So I cut that off, and I start from here because I don't want any seams. So I just cut this all. Okay, so I cut this all off. So I'm gonna cut this and then come back, because I'm trying to also save my I'm also trying to save time. Okay, so if you notice what I done, I just cut this whole area off. So here it is. So I cut that off because I'm gonna need that to sew around here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it on the wrong side, and I'm going to cut off the sleeves and so here, next, see the seam? I just cut this off, leading straight up to the sleeve. Just cut this off. Okay, and next I'm going to do the other side, which is this side, and I'll be back. Okay, so I cut off both seams leading up to the sleeve. It doesn't take the sleeve completely off, so now I have to hold the sleeve this way and take off both sleeves. So I'm gonna cut the seam here and also on the other side, and I'll be back. Okay, so if you notice, I have the sleeves are off. The sleeves are off, all the seams are gone, and also this piece here, because I'm also going to need that piece to resew. See, this is the piece here. So all these pieces I will be needing again. Okay, now what's very, very important is, okay, for one thing, you have to sew on the opposite side, on the wrong side. So you turn this over. As you can see, it says Carter's P for preemie. Turn this over. Oh, yeah, I'm doing that right. Turn that over, and like I say, it's hit and miss. So many times you're gonna make mistakes, and you might have to rip out your sewing. I don't know what you call it. Like I said, I have no experience in sewing, so you may sew it wrong and have to rip out the thread and redo it. So this piece here is important, because you have to okay, yeah, you have to okay, what you're trying to do is, you see the front of this onesie, this is a newborn size onesie. It's important to get the neck area right. So that's what I'm trying to do, get the neck area right. And I have some needles. What did I do with my needles? I don't know what I've done with my needles. 1 minute. Okay, I found my needles. Okay, and what I'm doing here is I'm going to take the needle I have to line this up, take the needle to pin this. Well, when I say needle, I mean pin. I have to pin this down. See? And then also the other side. And I'm sorry if my hand is in the way. See there? Then I have to cut it down to size. But when I do that, I have to do it on the wrong side. So now I'm going to take it and turn it over on the wrong side. Like that. Okay. See there? Now I'm going to use the onesie from Wooby Babies. I think I like the way Wooby Babies make her onesies just a little bit more than the other. Like I said, the other is very, very nice, but I just like the way she have this, like the tail here. Yeah, I just like that. And this seller, she doesn't make her tail as long. I'm calling it tail. Okay, you see? Hers is a bit shorter. And Wooby Baby's own is longer. See there? Yeah. So what I do is I use Wooby Babies. I'm going to turn this around. Like that. Yeah, because I'm going to have to cut this. See? I put this onesie on top like that, and then I just cut right down, cut the same right down. Like I said, I have no experience, absolutely no experience. This is how I do it, and then I'm going to go over it. I'm just cutting it now. I'm going to go over it a little bit neater. Now, one thing I have learned is when you're doing this, the bigger the onesie is, the better, because with preemie size onesie, there really isn't no space for a hat and a booties, at least not for me. I'm an amateur. Now, a professional would know how to cut to preserve the material, but I don't. So for someone like me who's an amateur that don't know what they're doing, then I will have to say the bigger onesie would work better for me. Like 6 months, yeah. 6 months, 9 months. Okay. See, and all this extra material is what the person would use to make the hat and the booties, except that, like I say, you know, this is a preemie size, so you really don't get very much material left over. All right, now I'm going to just fold this over like this. Going to fold this over. Now I want the back side. I'm going to turn it this way. Fold this over so that I can, like that. Okay. So actually what I'm trying to sew is, not sew but trace. I just want to follow this pattern. Just follow this pattern here. That's what I'm doing. So this, the long tail is the back. See, that's the long tail is the back. Now the front, I'm going to make the front a little bit shorter. Yeah, the front. Going to make the front a bit shorter. So I'm going to use, see, the front. Just trace the front to make the front short right here. Okay. So now, let me show you what I've done. Going to turn it over. Okay. So there it is. And now what I've done is, when I sew this, I'm going to sew it on the opposite side. This is the opposite side. I'm going to sew it on the opposite side. I'm going to add the sleeves and I'm going to add this piece to it. Okay, so let me show you how I do that. Turn it over. Now the next move is I have to sew the sleeves on first. And I will be right back. All right, I'm back. The one thing I forgot to show you is when I line this onesie on top of the other, here by the armhole, I just take the scissors and I cut just a little piece. That's going to give me the signal as to where to start and stop sewing the sleeve. Likewise on this side. Okay, you see, from here it goes like that. Yeah, because I noticed on this onesie, that is what Whoopie Baby's done. Like I say, I have no experience at all. This is just something that I eyeball. Okay, now this is the sleeve. The sleeve is going to have to cut down just a little. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut it down, trim it down just a little, right there, like that. All right, so I'm gonna start the sleeve and I will be right back. Okay, now I'm starting the sleeve and it has to be on the wrong side. Okay, this is the wrong side. I'm going to take a pin my little pen here. I don't have very much pens, I'll tell you that. See, I need to go and buy some stuff that I need. Okay, so I put the pen here just to keep it in place. So I'm gonna go and sew this from beginning all the way around to here, and then I'll be back. But first, let me show you my thread. I have yellow thread. This thread seems to be a little bit darker. And I have white. I think I'm going to go with the white. Now, if someone there is an experienced seamstress, someone that sews, you could tell me whether I made a good choice or not. But I'm going to go with the white. Yeah, so I'm going to start the sleeve here. And in sewing, this is something that my mom had taught me. In terms of sewing. Back and forth, that's all I could recall. I don't know what you call it. Okay, so like this, and then you go back in here and over and under. I don't know what you call that. So I'm going to continue to sew like this. I'm going to continue to sew. Straight around, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I sewed this sleeve on that way. I know this sounds crazy, but anyway, I'm going to do the other side, the other sleeve. I'm going to sew the other sleeve on, and then I will be back. I notice I only have 10 more minutes, and I would like to save my okay, so I'm gonna go and sew this sleeve on. I'm gonna sew it like that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so both sleeves are sewed on, not completely on. It's not completely on until, see, you have to fold it like this. And then you have to sew from under the arm all the way down. Under the arm. I don't know the proper way to say these things because I have no experience in sewing. But you sew this way and all the way down. But before I do that, I prefer to sew this seam on first. Because see, looking at the way Whoopie Baby's done it, her seam was sewed on first here, and before she sewed it come down this way. Yeah, so I prefer to do that. Okay, but first let me tell you something very, very important. I'm gonna cut it there. You only could go so far because it has the snaps. So I'm cutting right to the snaps there. And then cutting off this snap and right here to the snap. Okay, and see, you're going to use this on the tail there and also here, you see. But first, let me tell you something that I noticed. I can go ahead and just sew this on as is. That's what I had done here. I don't like doing it this way. It makes it thick. I don't like to do it that way. So I'm going to show you what I've done and what I think Wooby Babies and the other seamstress had done. I think, I could be wrong, I need the longest part for the tail, because this piece here is longer. I think these are gonna probably be around the same. Okay, this one seems to be a little longer. Okay, so what I do is I cut this off, and I'm going to take out some of this material out of here. And I'm sorry to keep cutting on and off the camera, but I'm doing that because I'm trying to save my memory. And then from here, I cut this open. Because I'm trying to take out some of this material, some of the cloth. Okay, now see, I'm going to take this piece out. Yes, because it makes it so thick. So I've taken that out, and you're gonna have some loose thread. You just take the loose thread off. See? Take the loose thread off. Then some loose thread is still here. Okay. Then I need to, let me see, oh, you do it this way. I'm going to take my needle and thread and sew it like this. And then I'm going to be right back. And then I'll explain why I sewed it like that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I made a big boo-boo, but let me go ahead and show you what happens. And this happens. Like I said, I'm no professional. Okay, this I sewed correct. This is the back of it. So when I sewed this on, and when I iron it, it's gonna look neat when it's ironed. See, I'm gonna iron it, but the front one I sewed that on wrong. I'm gonna have to take out, see, yeah, see, I'm gonna have to take this stitching out and sew it the opposite way. So like I say, that happens. I'm no professional, so I'll go ahead and take this out, this seam out, this thread. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to use this scissors here, because the pointy part of the scissors helps me. I'm just going to take my time, and I'm going to clip the thread all the way around, and then I'll sew it the correct way. Yeah, that happens. Yeah. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I took out the thread and I sewed it the opposite way, and this way, by doing that, when I iron it, see, when I iron it, it would look neat. I'm gonna go and iron. This is a piece of thread, probably come out. Yeah, that'll come out. Let me see, cut that piece of thread off. That's from the piece that I had taken out. All right, so I'm gonna iron it and come back, and then I'm going to sew. See, it has to iron out in order for it to lay proper. And then I'll sew it from the arm here all the way down, and then from this arm all the way down, and then that would complete it. Then I just add the little clip on. So I will be right back. I'm gonna iron it and come back. I'm back. So I ironed. See, just to give it a clean, neat look, I ironed it. And I also ironed the back here. Give it a nice, clean look. And now I put it on the wrong side. And I'm going to have to sew it from the arm down. See, it's on the wrong side. This is the sleeve. Okay, so I'm going to sew it from the sleeve, come all the way down, and then from this sleeve all the way down, and then I'll have to iron it again, and then I'm going to take this. Now this is a difficult thing to do. It's pretty tricky. Sometimes you put it on wrong because I had tried it already, but I will try it again and I will be right back. So I'm going to sew both sides, come down, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've sewn each side, and now I'm going to iron it. I'm going to turn it on the right side and then iron it. And like I said, I'm just an amateur. It's just something that I eyeball to get an idea of how it's done. I'm gonna iron it. See there? And all the little threads, you can just cut the little threads off. Yeah, see there? So I'm going to iron it, and then I'll be right back, and then I'll try to add the little snap here. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so I ironed it. There it is. And now I need to add the clip on. Now the thing about it is the clip is so tricky. Okay, this is the onesie by Wooby Babies, and this is what it looks like. It's really tricky. It's tricky. Let me see here. I've not mastered how to add this on as yet. One of those, and then one of these. Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty tricky. Let me see. I don't think it's that. Is it this way? Like I said, this is so tricky. I think I got it the wrong way. It's very, very tricky to do. Now, if I don't get it done properly, I'll have to bite it off. Alright, I think I done that one. I think that's correct. And now this one. Let me see. Oh my. Now I really should be marking this as to where. But I'm eyeballing it. Alright, I think I done it. And then you snap it here. You snap it on. There it is. So there it is. Oh my goodness. All right, everyone. So that is okay. It's completed. The onesie is done. It's not perfect. Like I said, the professionals, their onesies are done perfectly. Very, very nice. I'm an amateur. It's not done perfectly. I have a lot more to learn, and practice makes perfect. But I will say this. It's best to go on YouTube and watch videos. Put in the search, how to make baby onesies, how to make baby bibs, how to make baby booties, and it helps you. So when you resize the onesies, it makes resizing the onesies even easier. That's one important advice that I would give to you. But like I said, I don't have any experience. I don't know the right or wrong way. It's trial and error. I've made mistakes. I've had to loosen out my thread and redo. Yeah, I've had to do all of that. So anyway, just wanted to come on and again, this is a request to show how I resize my onesies down to the 10-inch, and that is how I do it. I use the onesies that I had purchased from on Etsy from the professionals. I use their onesies to size down. And like I say, you know, many of them, they make like the matching hat and booties. This is the material that's left, and I'm pretty sure someone like Wooby Babies would be able to size this down into like booties, but I don't, you know, I don't know how to do that, you know. I mean, I'll practice it, but this is how far I got so far. So thank you all so much for watching, and thank you so much for the request, and you have a super great day. Bye bye.